Okay, so I just thought I'd come on here real quick and do a little quick talk. I'm not going to talk for a long time though, because I did this morning and for some reason the sound went off midway through. And I had started with the microphone thing, so I don't know if it malfunctioned or what went on. It was green the whole time, so I don't know. I mean, maybe it was that's fault. Maybe it's, I don't know why they don't give us the option to caption the videos. It's so irritating. So, I don't know. I turned the sound way up on my phone to see if that would help, the microphone sound thing. So, I don't know. You guys have to let me know. I will just turn everything off, but I don't want to do the microphone. You sit there and talk for an hour and it doesn't even pick it all up. Oh my God. When I went in and checked, because I was getting these videos, the sound went off. And I go in, because I could hear it. And this morning when I did a sound check, I checked the thing. And then I started my video. And then when I did the video, I checked it. And the sound was all fine. But then when you go up to like 35 minutes, the sound goes off. So I don't know, it wasn't a very expensive one. But anyways, when the people were listening, it wasn't helping the sound. So I don't know, maybe that's why the people get these microphones and talk right into them like that or something. Because that one down there, maybe it is too far. I don't know, it's just weird. So you'd think this would be enough. But I mean, we do all our phone calls and stuff on it. So sometimes it just feels like that they just fuck with our accounts. I swear to God. And, but I had said a bunch of stuff I thought was pretty good this morning. So now it's just like, fuck. But since I recorded, now they're saying, oh, Joe's all better. Joe's better now. He's going to be, I don't know, be somewhere. We're all going to see him. I don't know. He's having something third. I don't know what the hell. So, I can't remember because I keep hearing all different things, because it was like he has a press conference for Thursday, but then he's going to, whatever. It's just a show. It's just all bullshit. I mean, the guy's been fucking dead for years. And it's just so wild when you try and tell people. And they're just like, no, he's right there. God, that's crazy. Like, and the people can't imagine that there's grown adults running around in masks pretending to be other people in this world. Like, they can't wrap their heads around it. It's like, this world is very, very tricky. My one daughter just did message me with this really spiritual interaction thing that she just had that was, very obvious that it was a spiritual interaction. And she was like, it's just so weird. It was just like right at that exact moment. And I said, yeah, because we live in a spiritual world. Everything else is a fucking lie. They lie about every motherfucking else thing. The only thing is the spiritual world that you have to bypass all of their bullshit to be able to hang on to what's real. And there's a lot to disconnect from, because so many people have been lied to and so many people thought this world was different than what it is. And so it's like shocking when the world starts like talking back to you and interacting with you in this other way that you've kind of ignored for your life. So anyways, just be open to all the things happening, because that's the real stuff. There's real communication happening from dead people that you know, from everything. Everything is in communication with you. It's just you have to open yourself up to hearing what it is. Open yourself up to the signs and trying to read the signs and understand the communication. And so however they're going to play this shit out, who knows? They were already, two of the things my mom told me is on the news. They were saying that, oh, he's all better because the Dovik, that's like no big deal. I said, right there, there's disclosure right there. And then, and one of the news people said, oh, he's probably on the horse paste. She said the real word. And I said, right there, disclosure right there. That's why they stretch this shit out. It's because they put all this stuff, all this information, more information about the people, more information about their crimes and stuff. And keep in mind that this whole situation that these people, like these tribunal things, they're quick. They're like a day or something. It's not like a long drawn out trial like what we're used to. Military is way faster. And I'm pretty sure you leave the courtroom, you go out back, and that's over. It's all done and finished up like real quick. And so there's lots of people who are there's just so many people that they keep having us pretend like that we're interacting with or something. They're not even here. Like Hillary's been gone a long time. I heard Barack was because there was a whole story about what he chose, and I can't remember. I swear to God, it was like Hillary chose something that was like, it seems like it was injection like of something, and then there was something about Michael, but then it was like, is he still out there as one of the people who, I don't know, maybe it was harder to find somebody that looked like him and that big of a woman or something, but I don't know. You just got to I just know that there's a bunch of these people who are already gone, and there's a bunch of people who don't know they're already gone, and so there's like so much to this show, and it's like, when are they all gonna see? When is it gonna be shown? Because it has to be shown. So however they're gonna do this is a lot of the people too is to show more of their crimes. So when they bring a new person into the situation, all of a sudden it's like, what they bring? Somebody else new. They brought somebody else out of the blue, like that fucking VP guy. Who saw that coming? And then somebody else they brought out of the blue. Oh yeah, and there was a whole thing about, I think, booty chick. There was a whole thing about him the other day. So all this stuff, as it drags out, it's all to expose more things. It's like they're trying to sensationalize things to get our attention. Fear gets our attention, drama, all that stuff. So they create all this fear and drama and all that so that we're paying attention, so that they can keep, showing these things. And there's a lot of stuff. Like it's about time for them to say the sickness isn't deadly. I mean, they lied to all these people. I couldn't believe the reaction in people. No, it's the same reactions, as like, go get toilet paper, you may run out, and then you got people fighting for it. But then at Christmas time, the time of love and joy, then they're beating the crap out of each other over cheap TVs. So, I don't know, the people have a certain reaction. And so, while they're exposing all this stuff, that, man, I keep getting really lost in what I was talking about. And I don't know if I even, on the first part, if I was talking about that deja vu thing. That is so weird. I just had it happen again outside. It's not like deja vu, but I don't know how else to explain it. Because on deja vu, you have this, like, to me, it always felt like this weird flipping over inside of me. And so this keeps happening, these weird things I don't know how to explain, where it feels like something inside of me is flipping over or something. And like I said, in the earlier one, if you didn't hear it, I don't know if you heard it or didn't hear it, but since I got back, when it happens, the lights flicker. And I was like, that's really weird. And so I know it's real. I know it's energy or something. Something's going on. And I was just trying to think if there was something, because there is like an intensity to what all the people are talking about. There's a definite intensity. There's like it's going into a roar on the planet, everything's becoming so intense. And there's no way to know how they're going to play Joe off, like what they're going to do this week. They're definitely trying to get attention. And then when they have attention, then they're dropping little nuggets. And you would think that there's a certain group that are paying attention because they keep losing their minds. Like, oh my God, if they're going to take away Joe, we're going to be stuck with it. I don't know. I know that back when they took Bernie, we were all, there was a huge amount of us. We were fucking pissed, man. I was such bullshit. So I'm sure that they have, they got all of our attention before. I'm sure they've got a lot of people's attention right now as they are, there's certain people that probably have, lots of those. And now they're saying this stuff. So that is kind of an easy awakening. It's like not somebody in your face. It's like you hear it in passing and it's like catches your attention and you hear it and then it processes through your mind. It's less like, seems less intrusive, less in your face, to just hear it and be like, what? I thought it was deadly. I thought it was this. I thought it was that. and there's still so many people. Like, I don't know that it was so smart to have Joe Rogan be the one to come out and start talking about that. But that's how it went for a reason. And, I guess that shows a lot of people are biased against him because they went and listened and they think it's ridiculous. But there's more and more coming out all the time on the horse pace stuff. It was another thing I had just seen. What was it? Was it a person who had cancer or something? But they used it to cure it. I can't think of what it was. I hear so many different stories, so I can't remember what it was, but there's more and more being said about it. But then when you really break it down, which is so weird anyway, since we're not even real, but when you break it down and you know that we're being attacked by parasites and stuff, then, confirmation, the bugs that we're trying to take out or we want to get rid of, that is what that stuff does, is get rid of bugs. So that is, why it works. There's like so many different bugs, I guess, that is everything that is attacking us. Alzheimer's, everything. I don't know. We'll see how things keep playing out. But everything that there is playing out is to get you to see things you hadn't seen, notice things. Everything is to tell us while we're paying attention and get people to wake up. And we still have this thing coming, this big thing coming. Like, what's weird too is because I for sure thought that the economy had to crash under Joe. Then if all of a sudden when they were making it, well, no, he's about to die. Or we think he's already dead. And there's all these people who with this intel, oh no, he died last week when they ran him off from Vegas. And he hasn't been seen since then. And the, what was I going to say? So all the people who, they ran him off, all the people who think he's gone, and then, I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, because the economy thing, I thought that the banks would have to crash under him, but then I was like, okay, well, if he's going to be gone, then everything would start crashing, and they would blame it all on him and his corrupt ways. And then when they all of a sudden bring him back, then it's like, okay, so for one thing, a big part of our reality is that how they do death, especially for people who have power. They'll keep, even with Martin Lawrence, how much power does that guy have? He has a following, he has fans, so he dies off and they keep him alive. Some of the people they do, like Chappelle and stuff like that, they do it to get control. Like, I think there's a lot of people. Like, my suspicions on Rebel Wilson, on Adele, a lot of people who had a big following, but then the thing that gets me is the sudden weight loss or this big change in their face. Because right now, Zac Efron, it's the whole thing where his face has changed. And they're saying, well, he broke his jaw doing a stunt or something. But they always say that shit. It's like, just so we just go back to sleep. He's fine. He's fine. But this is what they do. People die, and then they put in... I saw a video of, what was this guy? He was, this is a radio guy. So he's a radio DJ. And it was like 1996. It was 1996, and he had a live morning show or something. And somebody was some legal, like a legal authority. I don't know if it was cops or something. Someone called and told the station that Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake were just killed in a car crash in, I think it was Vegas. And so he reported on it on the news, and everything went crazy. And he had so many people calling him and stuff. And he said that the station owner called. The station owner got him on a flight immediately to or wherever it was, Vegas, California, wherever it was that this crash happened. And he said he went into the place. He saw their dead bodies, and they were dead. And look at how long that has been that they've had these. I mean, the Justin one, like, everybody has thought Britney was fake for a long time, but Justin, like, that's weird. That would make a lot more sense too if he was if that all the charges that his hidden daughter are making on him of, touchy-feely, then that would make more sense if it wasn't really even his kid. Because, man, that was hard for me to wrap my head around, that guy being like that. I don't know. He seemed, I don't know. So the point is, I mean, even with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she had died like a year before. And that is when they started becoming clear. It was during that time, however they were doing shit, it was becoming clear that they'll keep somebody alive until they need to use their death. So they will keep them around even if they're not there. That they keep their energy. It's not even their real energy. It's a manufactured energy. So they'll keep them around in order to keep using their name, their position, or whatever. So they have these people who aren't even alive still. And then they just pretend. So I think that is like a big thing on the Joe thing too. Because there's more to expose to it than just he's a fake. The whole fucking thing is a fake. And got people in masks all over the place. It's all a fucking show. And we've been being told this since 2020. Donald said it a bunch of times. It's all a movie. It's a big movie. Especially during 2020 when he was having those live things. And then to find out that Munchkin guy or whatever his name was is a movie director or producer or something. He was always with him up on stage and stuff. Like, there's so much stuff that is just staged, and it's kind of like they're using their tricks that they use. So they would, somebody died and they wanted to keep their position or whatever, they would keep them alive to us, even if the people weren't there. And then they also have this weird, creepy shit with it. They're changing consciousness into other bodies. And there's another weird fucking thing. When the Queen just died, there's this audio, like they were videoing this whole thing. And this audio suddenly comes on and says that she's gone. You can't change her into another being or something like that. It's something weird, where to me I was like, oh, so they just were planning on taking her down, popping her consciousness into another being or whatever. So, but these reptilians and stuff are being taken out. So I don't know. They can't just go get into another body. They're being taken. So, or whatever. That would be weird, if you got to go down to the old Gitmo place and you got to go in and you're walking through the halls and the cells and there's all these different creatures, especially if some of these shape-shifting people weren't in their position that we recognize them as, and they were all in their natural look. I wonder what it would look like walking down there if it's just a bunch of weirdo looking things. Wouldn't surprise me. So, and I wonder why they can't get out. I wonder if there's more to it than just the bars, the cells. I wonder if there's like a frequency that holds them in. Like, maybe that's why that one is so, I don't know, why it's different than other ones. That's interesting. But anyways, whatever, just don't get frustrated. I know it's like super frustrating when they drag this shit out. And every time we think, oh, this will be it, finally, yay. But however it's going to go, and it could be like they're going to pull him back in so that they can crash the economy and then put him back out. Maybe they're going to bring him in and out a couple of times. And like I said, they could bring a totally different person, a different color on stage. That's how absurd it's going to keep going, because it's all the people who keep believing it and going along with the program is what they're trying to get them to be like, wait a minute, that's weird. But you try and tell anybody and they can't see it. They can't, you just sound crazy. They have to see it for themselves. And that's something Donald said so much. You have to show them. You can't tell them. You have to show them. You have to show the people. The people have to see to understand. The people have to see to believe. That's what we're in the process of. The seeing, being shown. So just keep that in mind when everything just keeps dragging and it's frustrating. And it's like we all just want their bullshit to stop. And we all just want our fortunes to be given to us and let us have our freedom and let us go live our lives. And stop with this fucking nonsense. They're trying to fucking murder us with storms and fires and poison and all their shit. And let us live in peace. And there's still, we have the battle of the earth rearranging itself. So we still have that going on, and that's real. That's for real. That's something that we definitely need to pay attention to. All their bullshit is just the same stuff as like in Free Guy. It's just stuff to be there to make things hard on us. It's like their whole program is just to make things difficult. But then you think about this program, like you think about a video game and all the difficulties of having to come over to maneuver through them and to overcome all these different difficulties. So try and keep it in mind. Also, you're in this video game and all of these things are obstacles for you to overcome, not to get beat down and not be able to pull yourself free from. You have to be able to maneuver through life. And I know I said a lot of good stuff this morning. I'll just have to see. It will probably come back to me. Maybe I can get some of it back in tomorrow. Right now I can't even. I can't even really think. And I don't know. It is definitely weird energy. It's weird because it's like sunny, but it's like chilly. It's I don't know. There's just I don't know. It's like this changing over thing. It's like how it is right before it changes or something. I don't know. There's just something like where it feels like the end before the beginning. Like everything feels like this is just. It's just like the ending of things. And the more that ends, the more you just got to let go of. Oh, yeah. And there was another thing, too, where somebody was saying that there's a whole bunch of fly zones, whatever they call that are closed down. And I was thinking, oh, maybe that is why there's all these flights that are being, having problems and being stopped. Because there's places that they're not allowed to fly right now. And also, that could also be that they are aware of some of the space, like, because this whole thing is kind of spooky to me. Because even when I was in Spokane, I was watching the planes coming in and stuff, and it looked like they were all like chipping sideways, and I was like, oh man, it's just something with this energy and this frequency. Like there's something going on in the skies. And especially because in those movies, they kept showing the planes were just going to fall out of the skies. So I was thinking maybe there is something where, you know how they watch weather patterns? Maybe they can watch the patterns in the sky with how it's moving. I don't know what all their stuff, how they read stuff and what they watch or whatever. But maybe that they're also saying, well, we're canceling flights because of that. They're blaming it on weather and different things. But there's also a problem with not enough staff. I've heard that there was a flight that kept being delayed and no stewardesses, no pilots, nobody coming. But, and also, you know, when they were forcing these on these people, so they could have like lost a lot of people. There could be people sick. There could be people who, you know, it could be anything. It's just all a part of everything falling apart. It's all a part of the corporation going down, because it's the corporation is the criminal. They are the ones who came up with to go against our human rights. Our human rights were covered under the Constitution, but then they wanted to make incorporated, however they wanted to do it, the corporation, they wanted to take us over like a business or something and give us no rights. And it's all about their rights. So that is, and their rights are against our rights. We have human rights. And now America's being charged with crimes against that. So that's going on right now. In that Neferu, whatever his name is, the guy from The Real is, he being over here and then wanting to talk to Trump. Like, how would that make sense then? You know, if Joe's really there, which the real Joe isn't even there. This is all just so absurd and such a fucking show. And that's why you got to just not get caught up in it, because then it's like, oh my God, why are they doing it this way? Why is it that way? Just, it's frustrating. And you just got to just sit back and be like, okay, well, it's all going to play out and people are going to see, and then they'll realize all the fucking lies. This is the whole thing is about trying to get these people to wake up and see the lies so that they take control of their own lives. And it's going to keep ripping away from us. This world is being ripped out of our hands. That's why you got to be willing to let go, let go, let go. The more you hold on to, the more it's going to hurt. The more you're willing to let go of, the more you can move into freedom. You move away from that freely and move more into the way you want it to be or how you want to go or whatever. Oh, I think one of the things I was talking about, was manifesting. I think that's on that part where it was cut off, because I was talking about manifesting. I was talking about the, I'm having them come so fast, and it is like, so I was explaining about that, because my manifestations are coming really quick. Like, I told some of them, like there was one before I left, I had wanted, last Tuesday was food bank day. I didn't have my car still, and so I wasn't going up there. The neighbor goes up there and picks up stuff to go deliver. So I had asked her if she would, if she just picks up boxes, because I didn't want to, say, oh, can I get a ride and go wait in line and stuff and hold her up or anything. And so she said, no, she just picks up boxes up there. And so I just didn't say anything. I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I'm leaving in a couple days anyways. But I wanted to get some nuts and some chicken. And so I went on my trip, and then she messaged me the next day, and she said she was going to the food pantry, and if I wanted a box. And I said, yeah, sure, thanks. And so then she said, well, I had to go put your food into your house, into your kitchen, because it has a bunch of stuff that was needed to be in the fridge. And so I was like, cool. So when I got home, I had all this food. I had 2 things of nuts and 6 things of chicken. So, that's, you just put it out there, and then you just trust, and here it comes right to your door. Then the swimming suit tops. So I was talking about, the issues when you have this size drop thing. And so much of my clothes, didn't fit anymore. But there were some clothes that, I had been manifesting to go back to my natural body for a while. So I already had a few things, like all those bralettes, and I had a swimming suit top that I had saved. But then it wasn't perfect for laying out because it was like a thick strap going all the way around. And so I had in mind, I kept picturing what I wanted. And then when I went to Spokane, and my sister said her boyfriend was going to be coming, and then I was going on the float and stuff, I was like, well, I'm going to stop at that little thrift store and see if I can find a different swimsuit top that would be more of like, I had it already in vision and everything. And then when I went in there wasn't very many tops. So I go over to my section, which I don't know, there was maybe 10 or 12 tops maybe for each section. And two of them were sitting there exactly what I had ordered, and $3 each. And so I got two that were exactly what I had wanted. That's manifesting. That's you putting it out there, what you want, and then it coming right to you. And the thing that I think I was going on about, how like people don't understand on manifesting, because they're always trying to go at it through this three-dimensional thing. And I don't know, I just feel like people are really confused on manifesting, on destiny, on a lot of things. I think people don't seem to understand. And then so I was talking more about that, and I can't remember all the things I was saying, but I think I was talking about the corporations going down, and they're in trouble because it's their laws and they overrode ours, and now it's going back to ours where we get to be free, and their stuff is all going away and going down, all their rules and all their bullshit, all their hierarchy, all their stuff. And in manifesting, I think I was as I was talking about, just when you are wanting what you want, you don't just go like, oh, well, I need to get money and then I can go buy what I want. To me, you put it out into the universe. You tell the universe what you want. Like, I didn't have to have any money. The chicken and the nuts just came right to me. The swimsuit tops was $3 each, and they were exactly what I had wanted. And there's more. There's like more stuff, but it keeps going like that. And so when you want something, to me, it's you put it out to the universe. You ask the universe what you want. You show it. You tell it. You do all this through your mind, through telepathy, and then you let it go. You don't have to. You've got to let go of the control, because the control is your desperation of you trying to force something to happen. So you just put it out there and you let it go, and then you just let it come to you. It'll come when and how it's going to come. But I always have been able to go to the thrift store and find what I want because I picture it ahead. I put it out there. I tell, the universe what it is that I'm looking for and what it is I want. I picture it. And then, it will be there. And it's always, always, other people are always telling me, how do you do that? How do you do that? I never find what I want. And I always tell people, you just got to go and you got to picture it. You tell the universe, this is what I want. And then you go and it's there. I don't know. I've been doing this for a long time. I can just tell you it works. But that is not the same thing as manifesting your life path. Like, where people think, well, I'm manifesting my life path. Manifesting your life path is going in the direction that makes no sense, that you have to trust that the path you're being led on is the one that you're supposed to go on. That is when you're manifesting it. You're going on the path that makes no sense to anybody. You just continue to go in the direction that you are led by your guides, because you're manifesting the future that they're showing you. And the other is people start trying to force it and make what they want to have happen. And then you just start living a life of frustration because you're trying to force things, unless you just so happen to be right in sync with yourself and you are manifesting the life that you are here to live. Then everything will fall in place. But if you are trying to force something because you want it to be a certain way, then it's not going to go the way you want. It's going to keep being problem after problem. So when you're manifesting your life path, it is that you have to be in tune with what you're here to do, what your purpose is, why you're here, what you're doing here. You yourself, not this person that you create in order to be in this world or be of this world, but the real part of you. And so you have to get in touch with that, because otherwise you're not manifesting anything. You can't just manifest the life that you want just because you want it. The life that you are here to experience is already set. So that to me isn't even manifesting when people keep saying this stuff. These people who talk about manifesting, oh, you can manifest and be $1 million. If you're not a millionaire, you're not manifesting right. Like I'm probably soon we're going to have lots of millionaires, lots of people with lots of money. But that is what we're here to experience now, is abundance. But experiencing lack, that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. You're not manifesting right. Experiencing lack is a part of your growth. It's a part of what you're here to experience. You know, there's a lot of lessons in the poverty and lack, and there's a lot in everything. There's a lot of lessons in having money and having everything you want. There's lots of lessons. Everything is about the lessons. It's not about the things that people get stuck on. So, you know, it feels like I'm getting totally attacked at my... Jesus Christ, this is like crazy. So, anyways, I'm not going to talk a long time. I think you can hear me for the first 35 minutes. I'll try and get myself more prepared tomorrow and see like what I left off. Maybe I'll watch the whole video and see if I can remember and try and go back and say some of the stuff. But I think that is kind of the stuff I was talking about, the corporation going down, what's going on in that GMO light place, manifesting, and how it's different what people think. I've talked about that a lot, though, because it is different than what I hear people talk about. And now my throat's just fucked. So, anyways, I'm going to go before I just have a coughing fit. So remember, love yourself, love everyone, and have a loving day, because it's up to you. And I'll talk to you later.